Welcome to this video. My name is Confluentia and I will talk a bit about Sailranks, the favorite platform for scoring of esailing events. The reason why I'm doing this video is that I promised someone to introduce him to Sailranks and to show him how nice it is to use. And I think that some other people might profit from this as well, so I decided to do this in this open format. So if you have done some esailing before, you might have come across Sailranks and you know this page. You start, especially when you go to regattas, I can have all this selection of regattas and check how these results turned out to be. And now I'm going to show you how you can, as a race officer, do your own regattas. First thing you have to do is to have a login, which you can request from the Sailranks officials, which is usually quite easy to do. I've already logged myself in. And for your login, you also need some admin rights, but the organizers from Sailranks will be happy to give these admin rights to you if you are likely to be organizing some esailing events. So this should not be a problem. So let's go right into the creation of a new regatta. One thing I have to mention is that this is not a full tutorial where I will present every feature that Sailranks has to offer. It's more like a short advertisement about how easy it is to use compared with other more classical or old school methods in preparing scores for sailing or esailing events. The other thing to do is that we have this create new regatta button here on the top right, which we are going to press now, and you got this form where you can enter some results, and I will demonstrate this procedure with some regatta that took place a couple of days ago, the live finals of the Swiss National Championship. And so I can select the name. I've already tried this before. Write this name in. It's not the official ranking because it has already taken place, but I will write it this way. Also, these other cells are self-explaining, I guess. So the organizer of that event was Swiss Sailing. And already now here you can see in this drop-down menu, there are a lot of different formats for your regatta. So the most common one are here on top: fleet racing, including medal race or regular fleet race or whatever. And here I already see some nice things because some of these formats have been introduced on the request of active e-sailors. So Sailranks is not a platform far away from practical life, but the programmers of Sailranks really take care of the people that use it, of the users, of us. And so if you have an idea about a special format for your regatta, Sailranks may be happy to help you and to introduce this format that you have. This regatta that we will talk about in this video, the Swiss Championship final, was a traditional fleet race with a medal race at the end, so we can just leave this as it is. Punchline, whatever you like. This is was a live from Zurich. That event, a live event with all the 10 finalists present in one room, which was quite a nice experience. And here there was some description to your discretion. It was a Swiss National Championship from Switzerland. Yeah, I think that's it. Then you can also decide if the race should be administered only by yourself or if you have some friends, colleagues who will help you, and this you can add here under custom. I will not show this how it works exactly. I think you will find it out. Everything is very user-friendly in this web page. Also, I think that everyone should be allowed to see it, but players themselves don't have the right to register themselves. Everything is done by the administrator, in this case myself. So let's create this new regatta. And already now you see some proposal of how this regatta could look like, here with 5 races and the medal race, which is not exactly what we want to do. It's not the way it took place. So then you have here these other buttons where you can select the things to your needs. Once again, here this basic information, the things we already tabbed before. Country is obviously Switzerland. The date was October 26 at 1:30 p.m. or 13:30. Well, that was well, I'm not UTC, but I think we'll leave this out. The time zone. This is especially useful for regattas, of course, that are going to take place in the future. You can prepare it and everybody will see when this takes place, so you can update your results and all the interested viewers can check when this will happen. Mainstream rights will stick to myself, but you can add some more, as I already mentioned. Yeah, I think all this is self-explaining. Additional description. Yeah, okay, it's a live final that took place in a clubhouse of the Segelclub Enge in Zurich. So, also here, if you have some Discord channel linked to this event, you can copy paste it here, or some other links. They will be happy to share this for you. And here you can select if this is an inshore or an offshore event. This is of course an inshore event. Yeah, so let's update the information. Step 1 is done. What we see now, the race, this Swiss final had 6 races plus the medal race, and the boats were different, so we have to change it at some place, and this is done under edit format or edit advanced even. Yeah, you can select this both, so we can choose the number of races, fleet races, number 6 plus the medal race. The medal race can't double, which we can select, and there were no discards, so we can leave this open. Let's update this. Okay, so I have to go to edit advanced. Here we can select which boats were used, and also have some other specialties about how the DNFs will be counted. I'm not going into details here. So you can read this. I'm sure you're all able to find out what all these options here mean. In most cases, just leave the default as it is. Here we have also some means to go into single races, if there are differences between the races, if there are fleets split into gold and silver and so on, if this cannot be discarded or whatever. But in the most easy case that we will consider here, we'll just say what boats were used. And so in the first 2 races, we have the NACRA 17 or N17, which we can simply write here. Then there were 2 races in the 49er, and the most common boat classes are already suggested, as you see here. Then there were 2 races in the J70. And finally, the medal race took place. The very fast F50. Let's update this, and now we see that the grid has been prepared. 2 races NACRA 17, 2 races 49er, 2 races J70, plus the medal race. Here there are some other actions that can be done. You can add a fancy image, maybe from your yacht club or whatever, and some other actions. I'm not going into details. Once you get accustomed to this, you will certainly find out what this is all good for. This video is only meant for the basics, how to do the scoring of a simple esailing event. What is still missing are the participants, and we are going to add these participants now. Of course, with these customize, oh, sorry, not the customize, the add participants button. And now there is a beauty. So because all the sailors need to have a Sailranks number and are registered here, you have lots of sailors here already registered. And as an admin, you have also the right to create new sailors if necessary. But once this is done, you can just select from the list that is already existing. So the participants, the nice thing is you don't even have to know the exact name or the number once you start writing the name of the boat. So there will be some propositions appearing and you can select the ones to use. So in this live final there were 10 sailors participating. I will follow the order as they were sitting on the table on that day. So on the top left there was Joe 54. So there are many, 6 propositions and more names with the letters G-I-O. But if you have the numbers 54, there is only one, the one that was sitting there, Joe 54. Add to selection appears here. Sitting next to Joe 54 was Yin Yang. And then came Yuzu. You don't even need to know the number, it's enough to know the name. It will appear, add to selection, and it is done. Then following list, there was Onyx, there was Quebec. I just remember all those names from that day, or otherwise you have the list, or even they can register themselves if you chose the appropriate option. Then on the other side of the table there were 5 left and 5 to the right. On the bottom end of the right side of the table there was Flying Palomino. Next to Quapi. And then Lagan. The selections, Pepino, and last but not least, J66. Also CHE is pretty common, but only one G66. Add to selections. So all these people we have selected are here, and I add them to the list. You can also add some more participants later or remove if someone is not available, etc. But this is also very straightforward. I don't have to go into the details. So now we are ready to enter the results of this race. So as you see, this is done in maybe 5 minutes or so. We are ready to do the scoring for a simple regatta. So let's do it. The classic way here is what the results were of this race. I have the YouTube streaming here on the other side. The classic way to use Sailranks, which is not recommended, is that you have the grid and you can type the results here in the field. So if you say Yuzu 1 and Yin Yang was second, so you can go to Yuzu in race 1, type position 1, Yin Yang 2. Let's go, then Onyx and Lagern. Onyx 3, Lagern 4. You see, this is easy, but still I will show you a much better way in a second. So 5 is J66 and Flying Palomino. There is J66 5, Flying Palomino 6, and now we have to scroll forward a bit to see the rest of the results. There we have the full ranking. Then we have Quebec in 8, Oh no, 7. We need 7 first. Pepino and Quebec are 7 and 8. Pepino 7. Quebec, where is he? Quebec 8. Giovanni 9 and Quapi 10. So 9 and 10. So once you have entered the results, you can say update results, and the sorting is done automatically. Very nice and easy, so no complicated sorting procedures. You just update it and it's sorted according to these points that are already there. If you think this was fast and easy, I will show you in even better way how this can be done really in very, very few seconds. For this, we will go to the results of the second race. So do the fast forward and check that this was about 1:30. Let me look for this. Yeah, there you have it, maybe 5 seconds back. Where is it? Sorry for... Okay, here it is. So we have second race, and what you can do is just go to enter results race 2, and here we have 10 positions because there are 10 boats in this race. And now this is the way I really strongly prefer to enter results. So if you have here, you see it's Quebec and Yin Yang first. Just type the first 1 or 2 letters and it will be proposed which boat it can be. And so with the letter Q, or you can even type only the letter Q, there are 2, but you select Quebec because Quebec was first. Then I press tab. Tab key goes to position 2. There is Yin Yang. Yin Yang. I type Yin, and there it is. Tab. Tab. Then I see Lagern and Quapi next. So Lagern on third, Quapi fourth. Yuzu and J66. Yuzu, J66. So I work with tab and arrow keys, and this is really done in 3 seconds per participant. And then Pepino in 7. And so we have to scroll a bit forward here in the video to see the rest of the ranking. So we have Joe in position 8, Joe, Flying Palomino and Onyx. We have Joe, Flying Palomino and Onyx. Submit the results and it is done. And as you see, it is already sorted. I really love this way of entering results because it is so fast and easy, and you can do this even while the race is still on. I can say this from my own experience. I have been organizing a couple of regattas myself, starting the races myself, doing the scoring myself, and also participating, I have to say. So as soon as I crossed the finish line, I started entering the results just in the way I've just presented. And it really happened sometimes that I was done doing the scorings before all boats had finished, because this is really done in very few seconds, and once there is a boat 15 or 20 seconds behind, you may already be in position to have everything done while the race is still on. And so we can continue immediately doing the with setting up the races, etc. And this is what I like most. To show you once again how easy this is, I will skip, or I just jump to the results of race number 3. This is at minute 58 something. Let's scroll to that. So there you go. Oh, now takes a bit of time to reload. Oh no, this is... So, here it is. Okay, so let's do it the very fast way. I just remember the first three names, Yin Yang, Lagan, Zhou. So enter result 3. I say Yin Yang, Lagan, Zhou. Then Quapi, Pepino, Yuzu. Quapi, Pepino, Yuzu. Flying, Che, Onyx. Flying, Che, Onyx. And there was, I think, Quebec still missing. Exactly, Quebec in position 10. Submit results. And in case there has been a boat with the DNS or DNF or whatever, you can still do some corrections here. In case Pepino has left, I can say DNS or whatever, and after the results now will tell me that there is a problem, because no, sometimes it does. Oh no, it says there is a problem because there is no position 5 in this race now, because I have changed this manually. But so if you realize you did something wrong, you can correct these results at any later point in time. So I go back. I don't want to do any harm to Pepino. He was in position 5. Update grid, and this error notification disappeared because now we have the correct ranking. And what you can also see, that we have a tie here between positions 5, 6 and 7. There were 3 boats with equal number of points in total, and the tie break is done in the correct way. So Quebec is the first of these 3 boats with 19 points because he had one race. So the best individual result was from Quebec, so he's number 5. Che and Pepino both have a 5th position as their best, but because Che has a 6th as a second best, it's better as Pepino had a 7th at his second best, and so Che is in the correct way ranked better than Pepino. The same again here between 9 and 10, where 2 boats have 22 points. Onyx is ranked better because he had a 3rd place, which is better than Flying Palomino's best race 6. So the tie break is done in a correct way automatically. So this is the basic thing, and I will continue with race 4 and just enter the results in the same way as I showed you for race 3, which will take only a few minutes. So feel free to skip over the next couple of seconds, but you will see how fast this works once you know how it is done. So the results of race 4 were at 1 minute, 1 hour and 12. This is here exactly. So I'd still do it as I said. J, Pepino, Lagan, and the result of race 4 is J, Pepino, Lagan, then Yuzu, Yin Yang, Quapi, Yuzu, Yin Yang, Quapi, Quapi, Flying Palomino, Onyx, Quebec, Flying Palomino, Onyx, Quebec. And I can also point out here that we have seen that there are 2 boats with a Q, but once a boat is already selected, it will not appear again. So I can show this once again. Once there is no boat with the Q, it will show you. No, so this is already done. Oh, that was wrong. So I have to do this manually. Sorry, I was improvising that. Quebec, and who was Joe. So I have to do this manually. I didn't realize that he was already there, so it did not exactly work as I hoped it would. But I can tell you, once a boat has already been used, it will not appear again in this drop-down menu. So crappie was on position 6. We can enter this manually, no problem. Do not forget to select update result, and now crappie is again here in the list and with the correct number of points. Then we can continue with race number 5 the same way at 1:54. There was some delay. Okay, so there is Lagan Joe Yuzu in race 5. Lagan Joe Yuzu, Yin Yang Che Pepino, Yin Yang Che Pepino, Quebec Crappie Onyx. So this is what I tried to show before. So once there are several boats with the QU, it will present all of them. I have to check which one was first. Quebec was first. So Quebec first, but once Quebec is selected, it will not appear again, and so there is only crappie left that I can put in position number 8, and Onyx and Flying Palomino on positions 9 and 10. Submit the results, and again sorted automatically without any further work to do. The same for a 6 at 2:13. So there we go. Yin Yang Yuzu Lagan in race 6. Yin Yang Yuzu Lagan in race 6. Continue with Pepino, Joe and Flying. Pepino, Joe and Flying. Then we have Crappie, Onyx and Che. No, that was wrong. Crappie, Onyx and Che. And yeah, Quebec in position 10. Submit results. So this was a standing before the medal race. And this is Crappie, Quebec, Flying Palomino and Onyx were not participating in the medal race because only the top 6 boats were allowed to participate there. And the results can be shown in a second. 2:29. There we are. So there is Yuzu, Lagan, Pepino. Results medal race. Yuzu, Lagan, Pepino, and the first 3, and then Che, Yin Yang, and Joe. Che, Yin Yang, and Joe. Submit results. Okay, and so if you leave out the results, you see that the other boats will get all as if they were DNS. I mean, if you can leave it open, or you can write DNS. Oh, sorry. This will not change anything. So never forget to press update. So they all have their points in here. And this is the final ranking, as is also on the Swiss esailing web page. So I hope that it became clear how this works and how nice and easy Sailranks is to use. And if you have any questions, just feel free to contact any one of the Sailranks officials either through the dedicated Discord channel or by email, or you can leave a comment here to this video, and once in a while I will check and might answer some questions to this procedure. So thanks for watching, and have fun esailing and scoring using Sailranks.